Hello, I'm Kate. In today's video, we're going to do a quick introduction to automatic payments, or auto payments as we refer to them in the platform. Auto payments allow invoices that are due for payment to be processed automatically, subject to the rules that you have set up and attached to your customer profile. We go into more detail about customer profile and payment rules in our other videos, so please check those out. In this example, we're going to work with a customer called Canada Ice Hockey. We will go to Customers and I will type in Canada to find the customer. Then click View Customer Details. As the name suggests, this customer is based in Canada and has set up a payment method using Go Cardless Direct Debit. Under the Direct Debit tab, you can see the customer's bank details and metadata have been downloaded from Go Cardless. Now I will go to the Customer Billing tab. Here you can see that auto payments are currently turned off. By default, auto payments are turned off for all customers, including newly created customers. Under the Payment Profile drop-down, you can see the payment profile attached to this customer. By clicking the question mark icon, you can view a quick overview of the payment profile along with other profiles available to use. Let's view the invoices for this customer by clicking the Invoices tab. As we can see, the customer has one invoice that is due for payment, but the system has not processed it automatically yet. Even with auto payments turned off, if the customer logged into your payment portal, they could still choose to pay the invoice manually using the Save Direct Debit method on file. RPS auto payments run every 24 hours and will automatically pay outstanding invoices that are due, provided they pass the auto payment rules set in your payment profile. Let's run an auto payment simulation. This checks the invoice and confirms whether it's valid to be paid by auto payment. You can run a simulation on any invoice, even if the auto payments are turned off for that customer. As you can see in this example, all the checks are green and ticked. This invoice would be processed if auto payments were turned on. Remember, this is only a simulation and nothing will be paid. This is very helpful when troubleshooting why invoices have not been picked up for auto payments. Now, let's go to the upcoming payment page. Here you will see all invoices coming up for automatic payment, plus 30 days of historical data. As you can see, nothing is showing because auto payments are not turned on for any of our customers yet. Let's go back to Canada Ice Hockey. Click the Enable Auto Payment checkbox, then click Save Changes. Now, if we go back to upcoming payments, you can see the payment is ready to be processed. If you want to view and control auto payments in bulk, click the Customer View tab. This will display all customers with payment methods on file. You can see that Canada Ice Hockey has an active auto payment. You can toggle auto payments on and off by clicking that button. From this customer view, you can also see when the next auto payment run is scheduled to process. If needed, you can request auto payments to run on demand using the Run Auto Payment Now button. Once this button has been clicked, auto payments will run within the next 5 minutes. You can view auto payment activity from the All Log section. All activities relating to auto payments is logged here. We keep 30 days of live logs for audit purposes. Important information. By default, auto payments will not process invoices that are not marked as sent. However, this option can also be changed. This does not prevent customers from manually paying invoices in the customer portal if they choose to. Auto payments will only process invoices where the due date is equal to or earlier than the auto payment date. However, this can be overridden by using the fixed processing date in the customer portal if required. If the customer has multiple invoices due, each invoice will be evaluated against the auto payment rules on the customer profile. If it passes, it will be bundled into one transaction. A transaction is one or more invoices combined together, which helps reduce gateway fees. Credit card transactions will retry if payment fails, based on the retry settings in the payment profile. However, direct debit and ACH transactions do not automatically retry. If one fails, auto payments will be turned off for that customer and an email will be sent to you asking you to investigate. A failed direct debit or ACH transaction will also lock the invoices attached to that transaction, preventing those invoices from being reprocessed. This means that even if auto payments are turned back on, those invoices will not be picked up again automatically. To reprocess them, you will need to delete the transaction to release the invoices. This logic applies to direct debit and ACH transactions. It is a built-in safeguard. The reason for this is that direct debit payments usually have a high success rate, so a failure is treated as uncommon and requires further investigation. For example, the customer may have entered incorrect banking details which would need to be reviewed before another payment attempt is made. Now let's go back to our logs and see how our auto payment is processing. If we return to upcoming payments, we can now see that the invoice has a loaded transaction attached to it. For direct debit payments, invoices start with a loaded status, then move to pending, processed, and finally cleared. This usually takes around 3 business days. If we go to transactions, we can see that Canada Ice Hockey payment has been loaded. Go-Karters will pick this up at the end of the business day and begin processing. Thank you for watching this training video on automatic payments.